Alan, I've always been fascinated with performers' early careers. Now, the commercial jingle industry is a pretty big one. Now, what kind of jingles have you done?
Oh, they used to call me the Demo King. I used to work with a wonderful guy named David Lucas, and go into a lot of demos for jingles. And the ones that went final, it's been so long. I had a Dean Witter. I'm giving these product endorsements. But the best thing was I sang on a couple of reach out, and made some nice money off that. It was a nice experience, and I'm very, very glad that my life moved on from there, which it did quite a while ago.
Okay. I was in an elevator not too long ago, and I heard one of the Aladdin songs on the Muzak, and I thought, what a strange place to hear Aladdin music. Over the years, where have been some of the more unusual places you've heard some of your compositions performed?
You stumped me here. Unless you want to use up all your time with me thinking about this question, I should go with another question. I don't know. I mean, unusual place. I've heard it in theaters, and on Broadway, and in cabarets. Yeah. Bad performances. Occasionally, I'll turn on the TV, and there'll be some sort of a variety thing, and there'll be some singer doing Beauty and the Beast, and he's going, "Tale as old as time," and it goes into that middle section, going, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." I go, that's not the way I wrote it. But I've generally been blessed. I've always depended on the kindness of performers. They've always done very, very well by my songs.
Okay. Well, going to the other end of the gambit for that, when you hear kids reacting to your songs, now does that particularly touch you when you hear that?
Yeah, I went into a mall a while ago, and there were some kids doing some sort of an aerobics class or demonstration, and they broke into a song from Newsies, broke into a song called Seize the Day. And I was first of all, poor Newsies, poor overlooked little Newsies. I was very proud of that score. And then to hear that kids have really adopted that score and love the songs from it, that was a thrilling experience. And I hear kids do my songs all the time, and it means a lot, always. But when they perform sort of the lesser known, that's when it's really special.
I had the pleasure of being on the Burbank lot of Disney one time, and I was just noticing how different it was from the other lots, the Paramount and Fox. And
it's more almost like a college campus.
Yeah. What were your first impressions when you went to the Disney lot and looked around?
It's very homey. Especially it used to be. I remember when we do these press things, like going back to Little Mermaid, and it was a very kind of sweet, small, homey environment, and for the interviews and the round robins, everything for Little Mermaid, and the creation of those things happened in a sort of family atmosphere, because that has expanded exponentially in the less than 10 years since then to this. I mean, so it's pretty incredible shift. But first time I saw the studio, I think I knew I was in films, and that was a great feeling.
How good have you become at predicting which songs would become big hits and classics? Have you been surprised which ones were adopted over other ones?
I think I'm pretty good at knowing when a song has the potential. But for instance, in the case of If I Never Knew You from this movie, I thought that one was dead, gone, buried. And all of a sudden, there was a single that they did that completely knocked me over. It was so great, to the point where, Colors of the Wind, which is the main song, it had some competition there from If I Never Knew You. So I'm not always great at predicting what's going to work in the marketplace. There are some people with great ears who suggested that song may also have a life. I just basically try to ride them, and as far as that aspect, that's kind of out of my hands.
Okay. On the humorous side, I'm just curious, when you go to a party, do you ever have hosts who suddenly maybe rent the piano for the occasion, or bring something out? Oh, Alan, can you come up and maybe do a song?
Yeah, I do. Oh, would you play a song for us? Usually my wife is there hanging onto the back of my jacket saying, don't you dare. Because she knows it'll be the rest of the evening. Oh, Alan. Oh, Alan. What's your name? Oh, you're his wife. Oh, yes. Yes, that happens.
Yeah. And one quick final question: the 6 Oscars. I'm just curious, how do your kids react to seeing the Oscar statues?
Oh, I think they're really proud. I think they even my kids who are young know that this is an important symbol of something.
Yeah.
And also they saw me get it.
Yeah.
And they saw me, well, they saw it on tape.
Yeah.
And it happened on television.
Yeah.
So my God, it must be important.
Yeah. Is that something they ever want to take to show and tell day?
No. Well, if they want to, they haven't said it to me. They better not.